Welcome to Primo RV Center and inside a brand new series for Surveyor. This is the Legend X series. This is the new 29 X camp, they're calling it. And we are super excited to have this new layout just having landed, something we knew was coming and we think will work very well for a lot of families. We're going to start here right by the door. As we come in the entrance door, we're going to have the majority of the switches that we're going to want to use right away. So interior and exterior lights. We're going to have our awning switch here as well, and then our main slide out switch. This unit, great design for a bigger family. Just as you come in the door here, you're going to have a great big closet, but it hides a little secret here. So if we have a look here, we've got well lit, lots of room here along the floor level. We've got some shelves. You even got a little outlet in there, so it could be an area where you charge devices. But if you have a look underneath here, you're going to see that it's also pre-wired for a washer-dryer combo. So should in the future maybe this become more of a cottage for you, maybe it's something that you put on a site, something that could become more versatile should you want to add that option, because it's already pre-plumbed back there for you. So as we come in here on the left-hand side, you're going to see the great big bunk room, which is very airy. You've got a 6'9" interior height interior, so that helps to start with. Then you've got a very bright interior with a lot of LED lights. And then you notice all the windows here that you've got to work with. So everybody has their own window. They will all open. You've got a emergency exit window on the lower portion here as well. You've got great under storage here because they've made this fully accessible. So that's a place where suitcases could go, toys and games. Again, especially if you have younger kids, it can even become a bit of a play area too, a place to keep all the Lego you've just built. But everybody can have their own shelf here. So everything has a place, which as somebody with 5 kids, I really appreciate here in the design. You've got great light from the roof here as well. It's even pre-set up for a future AC should you ever think you need it. So you have the ability to add that, and it's already wired for you. You have a television pre-wire as well back here. So should you find you need an additional television, it is all set up for you. And then you do have some ducting from the central air here in the middle to this particular area. You're also going to have, again, some plugins here where you can do some charging as well. Everybody will have their own light, and then you're also going to have heat ducted in here and a door that you can close as well. As we come in here, you'll notice in the middle, very wide open and absolutely huge windows. So they're letting in a great amount of light. But should you need, say, the couch or dinette as an additional bed, we're going to have the ability to drop those blackout shades as well. So you do have some great storage here under the sofa as well as the dinette. So again, great places to put extra items, you know, the toilet paper, the paper towels, things like that you're naturally always going to bring with you, that you have then a dedicated spot to put. You'll notice here we've come up with a sort of primo package for the Surveyor X series. So something we're going to do to each one of them. We have another great layout in our family setup coming. It's a 32-foot version, a little bit longer with an additional slide in the back, and we're going to do the same thing. So you notice here in the natural TV location, we are going to add a 42-inch TV that is a smart television. So it's really going to finish off this area. So you'll have full entertainment here for you as well. You can stream things from devices. You do have a spot here where you could carry a little small DVD player. You have the room here to store those items there. Or again, you have your massive closet with the shelves, so you've got additional space there. I love the fact that they've chosen a very large AC, a new AC on the market from Furrion. So this is an 18,000 BTU. The catch with this one is it has a soft start built in. So if you're in the predicament where maybe you're traveling and the only power you can get is maybe 15 or 20 amp and you can't get 50 or 30, you're at least going to be able to run this AC because it has the built-in soft start. It's not going to immediately trip the breaker at your post. So something that I love. It's a unit that is a brushless motor, so it should be something that long-term is going to last a very long time. And then it does duct into the kids area as well. As we come into the kitchen, we have an oversized 10 cubic foot Furrion 12-volt fridge. I should mention we do have a 100-watt solar panel here on the roof. And the great thing is if suddenly you're finding that you're doing more and more off-grid camping, this particular fridge has an off-grid mode where it's going to be just sipping that power once it's cold, so it's going to be very efficient. You do have the ability to add up to another 300 watts before the charge controller basically is maxed out. So, you know, you could add a 200 watt panel in the future, change to some different batteries, whether it be 6 volt or lithium, should you start to find that your family is looking at more, you know, off-grid sites, or that you just want that backup in case power does go out. Great kitchen setup. We've got something new here as well, which I'm very excited about. Furrion's come out with a microwave with a built-in air fryer. So you've got air fryer technology, which is great for a family for a quick meal, maybe on a Friday night as you come in late. And then really practical, because we just found that the families typically aren't using a standard oven. So you've got the ability to certainly put cutlery and other items in here, but then you're going to have another pots and pans drawer below that. Still 3 burners. You've got lots of space here to keep the coffee maker and the basic appliances there. And then you're going to have the ability to take the cutting board here on the wall. That'll be your insert for the sink. And now we've got, again, full prep space as well, with lots of room below for storage as well. All our dishes can go above, so we've got lots of room there. And our main thermostat here, this particular AC I didn't mention, but it has a mode where it can follow you. So if you set the temperature, say in this area, and then you headed to the bedroom or you kept it in the back, it'll actually monitor the temperature there and kind of raise and lower things for you. So it's got some smart technology built in here. Love the fact they've gone wall to wall here, the full 8 feet with the bathroom. So as you close off the 2 doors, or in your case, it could be for the primary family members up front, you could close off just this door, and then it really becomes an ensuite bath. But whoever's in here will have lots of space to operate. So you've got a huge shower here, which everybody appreciates. You've got your toilet here in the center, and then we've got all our plugins here on the side, right by our sink. So we've got also our monitor panel here as well, water pump switches, water heater switches as well. So we have an on-demand system. So the controls are here. On-demand is really great when you do have that water on site, and then you've got a bigger family, because you're going to be able to, again, pile through a lot of showers quickly if you need to at night. So as you're prepping kids for bed. In the bedroom area here, lots of storage underneath our bed, a full queen bed. It is well set up for things like CPAP machines. So we have shelves, we have outlets there at the front, but then we also have outlets here towards the back as well. We've got our emergency exit window here. We have our thermostat here, because we do have an additional AC unit should you ever find you need it and you have the appropriate power on site. You could certainly cool that this particular area with just that AC should you wish. You'll also notice we have a secondary door, very handy for parents, often a popular request, especially in that 29-foot size that's harder to find, because should the kids, be in bed at the back, you don't necessarily want to be coming in that door. In this case, you're going to have that extra door here to work with. We're going to take you outside here and show you some of the standard features out here, really where you're going to live. And again, a piece of the Primo Edition package for these Legend X series we're going to show you. As we head down here, you're going to notice we're going to have the Lippert steady steps here, so very, very handy. They have gone with a lighter weight frame here. So we have a dry weight that's under 6,800 pounds. It's a BAL frame. And this particular unit is going to be tip to tail, 35 feet. So you're about 29 feet for the body. And then tip to tail, you're going to be right in that 29-foot range here. So you'll notice under the primary bunk on this side, great big storage compartment there. We've got 4 oversized jacks. We have a massive awning. So we have a 21-foot awning here. So it runs door to door. This is where you're going to live. So it really maximizes the amount of awning space you have. You can imagine that'll come out a full 8 feet. And so you're going to have all that area to set up a little outside kitchen, little outside living area. And they've done some things to help with that outside kitchen. We've done some as well. We've got LED lights running the full length here of the coach. Nice little kitchen window here in the middle. We've got a hot and cold outside shower that can be kind of set up as kind of a kitchen sink as well, so kind of a spray port. That's kind of what they use it on the main Surveyor series. We do have a rail that is put on from the factory here, and then they set up the gas as well for you, so you've got plug and play, so you could use a variety of things. So that's kind of where they end it. As part of our Primo package here, we've stashed away in the very front. We are going to include a barbecue and a mount to be able to mount it to the side of the trailer as well. So very handy, especially if you want to just quickly stop, make a little bit of lunch with the kids, and then keep going. Very, very practical. You'll notice here, I love the fact they've used the glass doors with the window you can't really see necessarily from the outside, but it's still built into the doors. Each door will have its own Lippert steady steps with the adjustable feet, which is a rarity. Typically you get 1 set, you don't typically get 2, which I love. You've got all that pass-through storage here in the front. You've got a heated enclosed basement storage. You'll see again that use of aluminum. So same as all the other Surveyor series, you're going to have that Astel composite behind the fiberglass, and it's also going to line the interior walls. So if the kids had a bit of a mess in the bathroom or kitchen, again, you haven't done damage to the coach. Standard up front, we will have a front power jack, 2 20-pound tanks. We've got lots of room for multiple batteries, anywhere from 2 to 3, depending on the size of the battery. We have a cutoff switch as well, so that's very practical going into storage, because you have that 100-watt panel. So if you're putting it into kind of storage mode, turning it to off, then as sun comes out during the day, you're going to find with all the appliances off that that battery is going to always be charged, that 102 batteries, when you come back. Backside here, we have our on-demand hot water tank. So again, you have that ability to create a whole lot of hot water that's going to work off your propane. We've got our water fill on the backside, and then we've got our 2 water connections, should you be lucky enough to have them on site. So city water, and then we have a black tank flush. So again, you'd have to have sewer on site to be able to use that appropriately. And then we've got our hookups here, again, just under the front there for black and gray. Huge windows along the side. And then we have our power hookup here. With the 2 AC units, it is standard with a 50 amp service, because if you do want to take advantage ever of the washer dryer, you're going to need that. The nice thing is, if you're primarily just using the 1 AC, which most of us would in our part of the world, then you're not going to need 50 amp service, and we're always going to make sure you have that 50 to 30 amp adapter so that you're well set up. But again, that main AC unit, you could even dumb it down to 15 or 20 amp in a pinch if you needed to, or if you just want to cool it off, maybe off the at home before you head off on a trip. On the back here, we have our spare tire to start with, so standard. And then we have a hookup here for a ladder. So we've got the Lippert SETI connection there. And then we have a backup camera prepper as well. So should you want to add that backup camera ever, you are well set up. Coming around front here. So this is the brand new Legend X series. This is the 29 X camp. And we're looking forward to having the 32 X camp very shortly, should you need a bit more space. Certainly reach out. We have a feeling this is going to be one of our hotter sellers and a bigger travel trailer for families. It would certainly work very well on a campsite as well as your own personal cottage.